G'day folks, it's Jumbo here. Alright, well this is the last episode. Now, as I said before, Channel 9 got a bit upset because a current affair was getting nothing. They just had the ethnic women spraying each other with hoses and that sort of thing, and tonight had the balloon wars. So Channel 9 decided to close the whole thing down. Now, I got a phone call from the producer and they wanted me and Bill to come over to Sydney. Now, all the other media stuff was just doing quick interviews in the city or newspapers, that sort of thing. This was the midday show. Now, this was the highest rating television show in Australia, run from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. They'd have big stars on there and musicians, the whole bit. So anyway, at this stage I was very distrusting of the media, and I thought, right, I'm going to talk to my mate. Now, good mate of mine, Bill Cavill, he was on radio and worked for Channel 9, and I said, well, right, what do you think, you know? And he encouraged me to do it. I said, well, okay, you're my manager now, you deal with them. So Bill did all the negotiations, and there it was. He was set up to go onto the midday show. Now, I thought, well, okay, this is about Jumbo, so I'm going to fly to Sydney, Adelaide to Sydney, dressed as Jumbo. And so my mate Bill comes and picks me up, takes me to the airport, and they made me take off the hat. That was the only thing as I'm going through. But yeah, we're about to fly to Sydney, so go through the airport, get on the plane, and everyone having a good chuckle. And I go to get to my seat, and they put me next to Bill. So I've gone up to the stewardess and said, look, I'm having a war with this guy. That's probably not a good idea. So they moved me around and got me a better seat. And we're at 10,000 feet, and we're just sort of outside of Sydney, about half hour out of Sydney, and we get this turbulence, and I hadn't done much flying, so at this point I'm about to chuck, and I'm madly looking for the bag, like that. I missed a bit, and then I end up with clown vomit on my tie. And I'm about to go on national television. This is a major problem. Now, because it was Channel 9, they look after all the guests and all that, so these two lovely stewardesses come up with hot water and sponges and that sort of thing, and there I are cleaning the clown vomit away, and so absolutely brilliant, man. So I get in the taxi from the airport, and just a quick funny story before I get to the rest of it. We're going through the Sydney Tunnel, just been built, and I'm looking up, and I look back and there's water on the windscreen, and I'm starting to freak out, and then I looked away again, and more water, and the bloody cabbie, this is a trick they do for the tourists, they pull the windscreen wiper water on it just to freak everybody out. But anyway, so we get to the studio, and they knew Bill was crazy, so they had a little broom cupboard sort of thing, and he's in there getting pissed and reading a book, waiting for it all to happen, and I had the run of the studio. I'm in the makeup room, talking to all the big stars in the green room, and Tina Arena was sitting next to me. I was preparing a balloon. At the end of the interview, we were going to have a sort of a balloon off, if you will. And I was preparing. Tina Arena, she's sitting there, and she said, oh, clown, can you just go down the other end? She was talking to her agent for the ARIA Awards, or whatever it was. So, bloody funny. But, so it comes time to go on air, and I didn't realise Kerry was going to be so vicious towards me, but yeah, so every time I tried to play up or do something funny, you know, she would just flatten the whole thing out. And I forgot to say, Bill, at the airport, when we got our bags, Bill's got a crucifix. He's got a clown doll with a nail through the head and hands and all this. You know, this is coming out on the turnstile thing. So yeah, he's holding this up on national TV and all. The TV thing was a bit of a disaster. They were supporting Bill, same as the Adelaide media. They wanted this stopped. Anyway, so at the end of the interview, we had the balloon off, and I was taking a bit longer, and they went to stop, and I said, oh, hang on, I'm still going, you know. So I finished the balloon. At this point, Bill's come running over. He's de-wigged me on national television, threw it up into the audience, and so they took a couple of seconds to get it back, and held up the Nine Network for another 30 seconds or a minute, and yeah, there we were on national bloody television. It went from this tiny antagonism in the mall, you know, to all this stuff going on, flying to Sydney. So that was huge, and coming back through the airport, there was this family that was watching the stuff on TV, and these kids saw me and they went, Jumbo, we come running over them. So I'm signing autographs for them and all that sort of thing. And so yeah, that was it. Basically, after that, the whole saga or saga died out. But going from the simple run-the-mill basketball to being on TV, absolutely magical. So that's basically the story of the Clown Wars. Totally insane. I've got no idea how it morphed, but well, I do actually. But yeah, that was the thing. But one last thing before I go. So this is years later, about 10 years ago, and you know, when you're really pissed and you've fallen asleep with the TV on and you wake up in the morning, you can just hear it. Yeah, well, this happened, and I heard Bill the Balloon Man, and I didn't know. Come to attention, what's going on? And so it turns out that, because Bill often used to go over to Melbourne and work as well, so he's done something stupid in the mall over there, and the council were talking about banning him, so he's got his mates at Channel 7 to come in and rescue him. And so this was on a Sunday morning or whatever, and I thought, well, the council aren't going to be there, but I'll see if there's an answering machine. So I ring up and I say, right, you can't get it, you've got to get rid of him, you've got to get rid of him. And I'm impassioned plea, you know, saying, oh, he destroys lives. You know, I got very theatrical and left this huge message. So Monday morning I get a call from the council lady, and she spent, I think, about 5 minutes thanking me, going, oh, we didn't know, you know, what the problem was anyway, he's banned for life, you know. So this is the difference between Adelaide. Now, in Melbourne, if you want to get rid of a psychopath, you know, you make one phone call, bang, he's gone. In Adelaide, you want to get rid of something, you've got to do with bikies and hitmen and coppers and bloody council and, you know, all the crap. They protect the weird ones in this state. So there you go, folks. It's been a pleasure telling you the greatest story that I know of. And there we go. What could I say? When Jumbo says it's fucking big, it's fucking big. And I don't know how I'm going to top this with further videos, but I'm still going to try. Alright, thanks for watching the Clown Wars. Have a great night, day, whenever you see this. Catch you later from Jumbo.